So I want to show this like cool way that I'm building an autonomous like knowledge base for one of the like automated processes I'm using at a marketing agency. And so this is our knowledge base. And so this is like deep research into like everything about all of our clients, the markets, and then all of their competitors. So you've got, let me jump into something here. So like this is a market here. This is the Atlanta market. So everything that's red is competitors. So these are clients that we don't work with. And then green is our actual clients. And then what we can do is we can jump into like different nodes. And now we can see like, here's all the context that our system has gained from going to research that client. And then you can see all the actual services that they offer. And you can see like, how do they relate to other clients or other competitors? So like this one might be a better example of that. So you can start to see like how all this stuff connects. And then that way you give a way for humans to actually be in the loop. So you could see and like give feedback and say, hey, like you were doing all this research, but I do think you got that wrong. And then there's that feedback loop, and now it goes and fixes that specific thing and can look at the whole thing and go, oh, maybe I like did something wrong somewhere else and fix that as well. So it kind of gets better over time. But this is a process we're using, like we use this knowledge base to drive strategy, but this specific one's for content. So we have like the deep discovery phase, which runs and gets all this research. And then the intelligence, it taps into that to figure out, okay, that's where this is going to go. How do I connect that? Like what's relevant? Like if you go get a bunch of data, like what do you do with that, right? And humans can kind of do that on their own because our brains are really advanced, but like how do you direct an agent? And so making these connections is like how you help the agents and how you do, how you help humans like correct the agents basically. And then what ours does is goes into research. So like once we have content that needs to be written, it'll just run this entire process and do it. Like we can write like unlimited content at scale basically, and it's all automated, and it actually works because we have this deep level of knowledge. But so then it'll take that and then figure out, okay, like what's the SEO and keyword research? Like what content do we need to write? So like if this client's in a certain market, we'll look at those competitors and we'll see like, okay, like here's some keyword gaps. Well, now the system can do that on its own because it has all the relative data. And so then it writes the actual content. And then we have like grading scores. So there's like SEO score, readability, AI detection, grammar, like that kind of thing. And then there's also validation. So once the writer agent like gets done with it and it thinks it's done, we go in and do like blind testing. So then it'll go back to that knowledge base. Who are the competitors? Do they rank for any of these keywords? What do their pages say? And how do ours like stand up against theirs? And keep validating. And if it needs to go back,